Thank you for joining us for our September board recap video. Joining me today here at Delta Woods is a principal at Delta Woods Middle School, Mr. Damon Weatherspoon, and our fiscal vice president of the Board of Education, Mr. Kurt Swanson. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and send it over here to Damon to give you some updates on what's going on here at Delta Woods.
Thank you, Dr. Jerome, and pleasure to be here with you today. Some of the cool things going on date back to 1999 when Dr. Siegel opened the building, and since then there's been a few other principals. After her was Dr. Dowell, after him was Mr. Steve Cook, and the one before me was Dr. Bryce Johnson. And as a culmination of all their hard work, Delta Woods earned Gold Star and Blue Ribbon status in 2021, which is a pretty big honor for us, and we're super excited about it and want to carry on that tradition that's been set from the foundation that was laid early on for Delta Woods. Some of the things going on here right now, we have a lot of kids involved in a lot of different activities and sports. Right now in the fall season, we have 46 kids out for cross country. We have 20 kids out for volleyball currently, and we have 63 kids playing football. So that shows some of the things that we're doing on the athletic field, but also we have a lot of activities and clubs. A good example, yesterday in the building, after school, we had several clubs and activities going on. We had intramural cheerleading, intramural basketball for boys and girls. We had homework help to get some kids some extra tutoring. So a lot of kids involved in a lot of different activities, and that doesn't even include the musical, which also encompasses about 60 kids that are involved in that. And their sponsor is super excited about performing their most ambitious show yet, she says, which is Beauty and the Beast. So the kids have been working super hard to get that ready to go for us. So a lot of cool things going on, and coming up, we have Community Unity Week here in a couple of weeks, where Student Council will help with the food drive for the community through Community Service League. And we also have our Oveus Assembly coming up next Friday to kick off our Oveus anti-bullying campaign. So a lot of fun things, a lot of positive things for kids, and super excited to keep the positive momentum moving in the right direction.
Well, thank you, Damon. There's a lot going on in our schools day to day that many of us are not aware of, so I appreciate you sharing that with the folks here. Now I'm going to go ahead and send it on over to Mr. Swanson, who's going to give us an update on what took place at our September board meeting.
Thank you, Dr. Jerome. At our last board meeting, which was September 18th, we had a lot of important business to do, but prior to some of that, we also welcomed 7 foreign exchange students to our district from 6 different countries around the world. You know, imagine leaving your home and your family and all you know and come to a strange country, foreign country, but what an opportunity to build life memories, and we just want to welcome them. Hope they have a great experience. We can learn from them as much as they can learn from us. I've always thought the foreign exchange student program was what a wonderful concept. So I hope they have a great experience, and to the host families for bringing these kids in and welcoming them as their own for a long period of time. And anyway, welcome to Blue Springs School District, to our exchange students, welcome to Missouri and the United States. Just prior to the board meeting, we had our levy hearing, and I know that's been a hot topic of conversation since Jackson County, with its latest round of reassessments, which has got everybody's attention by the increased values and what does that mean to our patrons and our taxpayers. And the board really began discussions about this first when we got our preliminary assessed value information back in April, May, and in July we took this on in full force and started the dialogue of, you know, we need to do what we can to help our patrons out with this. We were handed the problem by Jackson County, and it is now up to school districts and taxing jurisdictions really to see what are we going to do. I'm glad we were able to reduce our levy as low as we could. We reduced it about 67 cents, which helped significantly. You know, the average homeowner, if your home was worth roughly $300,000, that's about a $375 to $380 reduction in your property tax. And despite with that reduction, we're able to maintain the quality programs and all the good things for our students that we've always kept in the forefront of what's important of having those great opportunities for our students. Much with, like Mr. Weatherspoon mentioned here at Delta Woods, all the great things going on. That needs to continue. Yes, we need to fund the schools, but we'll also be mindful that when assessments go up, we have to take a hard look and also look at our taxpayers' interest. And so it was really, I think, good decision on the board's part to take that levy down and maintain quality and pass along some savings.
Thank you, Mr. Swanson. Appreciate the Board of Education and being mindful of the folks in our community, giving them a tax break while we can still maintain the level of quality in our district that we have for many, many years. He mentioned also our Citizens Advisory Committee meeting that took place last week, and that's a committee that has been meeting with district leadership for well over 30 years. It goes back, and it's a tremendous group that gets together and discusses what's going on in the district currently and where we need to go in the future as well. And there are a lot of topics that were discussed that evening. We talked about our strategic planning process, which the community engaged with us last year, and really prioritizing our needs. We also talked about the financial picture that Mr. Swanson just referenced in his comments and rolling that levy back. And then we set the stage for a future bond issue that the committee voiced their opinion strongly on following that meeting, and gave us unanimous support for placing a bond issue this coming February on the February ballot. Unanimous support, 55-0, in fact, that they said, yes, we would like us to move forward in this process. That bond issue would accomplish a number of things. One would be raising the current freshman campus that's on Vesper and building a brand new, phase one, brand new CIC facility for our kids. Right now we have state-of-the-art programming in the area of career and innovation, but we need a facility to match that. And that's something that this bond issue, with the support of the community, could actually provide us. Another project in this bond would be timely for all the middle schools. We sit here at Delta Woods, and behind me you can see the curtain that is in place and the stage in place for our upcoming musical here at Delta. All 4 middle schools put on wonderful performances every year, and they really need a facility to provide them the best opportunity to showcase their talents. And this bond issue would accomplish that by creating high wind shelters at each of our 4 middle schools that also double as performing arts space. We're really excited about that opportunity for our kids and our community to experience those performances in a much better facility rather than sitting in a cafeteria. And third and finally, we would add some classroom space at William Yates Elementary. In addition to a number of elementaries across the district, we would try to expand office space, meeting space, to match our current staffing. We've added a number of staff over the last several years in the area of guidance counselors, assistant principals, interns, SROs, LPCs, nurses, the list goes on, and we need to make sure that our facilities match that level of support, and that's an opportunity that we would be able to take advantage of in an upcoming bond with the support of our community. So that's just a quick recap of the latest events going on throughout the district. Appreciate you joining us and look forward to sharing more information about the Blue Springs District following our October board meeting. Thank you and take care.